Welcome to another edition of Source Selection Soundbites. Today we will discuss the pitfalls of using key personnel as an evaluation factor. There are three areas the CO should be cognizant of, including 1. Responsibility determinations, 2. GSA Schedule Alignment, and 3. Availability of key personnel. In terms of responsibility, the CO must be aware that the key personnel factor is a responsibility factor. That means when the solicitation establishes minimum key personnel requirements for which a small business vendor can be deemed technically unacceptable and eliminated from the competition, it is deemed to be a responsibility determination by the Small Business Administration. This outcome would require a certificate of competency referral. Therefore, when small businesses are involved, the CO should avoid using minimum requirements with the key personnel factor so the agency can avoid transferring decision-making to the Small Business Administration and save time during the acquisition process. Another pitfall encountered when utilizing the key personnel factor is occasioned by the unique terms and conditions of the GSA schedules. GSA labor category descriptions are broadly written for a wide range of commercial services, but they are not all-encompassing. The pertinent rule that affects the agency in terms of key personnel is that an agency may not use FSS procedures to purchase goods or services that are not within the scope of the contract. That is, where an agency announces its intent to order from an existing FSS, all goods or services quoted must be on the vendor's schedule contract as a precondition to its receiving the order. To fit within these broad descriptions, the CO should ensure the key personnel requirements are not overly specific, so the LCAT description does not fail to align with the more general GSA schedule labor descriptions. Judicial forums have given agencies substantial flexibility when it comes to education and years of experience. But most of the trouble agencies experience is with the alignment of functional duties. The GAO will defer to the agency's determination that the services procured exists within the scope of the schedule as reasonably interpreted by the ordering agency. Productivity Partners recommends not being overly specific in terms of required functional duties. The required duties and capabilities must be reflected in the schedule narrative or encompassed by its language, whereas, until now, the GSA labor category descriptions are not required to meet desired or preferred characteristics of the PWS. Lastly, the CO should be cognizant of availability issues. An otherwise successful offerer could become technically unacceptable because a key personnel candidate becomes unavailable due to a departure from the company, the failure to be cleared at the required security level, and any other reason such as illness. When a key personnel candidate becomes unavailable, the contractor has to notify the government. If the agency wants to keep that offerer in the competition, the agency needs to conduct discussions to cure the deficiency. Currently, there is a split between the Government Accountability Office and the Court of Federal Claims on how the unavailability of a proposed key personnel candidate is treated. The GAO requires contractors to notify agencies of the non-availability of key personnel after submitting proposals, but the Court of Federal Claims does not share that view. Where there is such a split on how judicial forums treat an issue, the protester is likely to protest at the judicial forum most favorable to its position. Given this risk, the CO should consider entering discussions or exchanges to resolve the issue before making an award decision. In this episode of Source Selection Soundbites, we explore three pitfalls associated with the key personnel evaluation factor: responsibility issues, labor category matching, and availability. This concludes today's Source Selection Soundbite. If this video was helpful, hit the like and subscribe button to ensure you don't miss any new material. If you want more details on the subject, they are available on the Source Selection Answer app. It contains lectures, quizzes, court cases, sample documents, and more material that allows practitioners to quickly obtain actionable knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you next time.